Hello, Bryte Church. Welcome to another devotional. As we're entering in this Christmas season, I wanted to talk about an Old Testament story. In fact, more of an Old Testament self-assessment. Numbers 12:3 says this, "Now the man Moses was very meek, more than all people who were on the face of the earth." If we're to take that Moses wrote the Pentateuch and he's writing about himself, it seems like a very odd detail to include. I am the most meek man. If we're preparing for the Christmas season for New Year's, we might say, I am the person who is least needy. I need the least number of gifts. And it seems strange, but each one of us tells a story about ourselves. We talk about ourselves in a specific way. If we look back at this year as we're closing out 2021, what is the story that you've lived by in the current year? What is the thing that you've believed? From Moses, he believed that he was the most humble, the most meek man on earth, and he lived by that. His actions and his decisions, the way that he structured his life, were structured around this idea, I am meek, I am humble. Moses sought out to live that story. And what we don't realize is that everything that we interact with, every company, every team, everything that we see on this world stage, oftentimes and almost always includes a story. What are the companies, what are the teams, what are the organizations' guiding principles that makes them up? If we look at a company or at a man like Elon Musk, there's a story behind him. People are diving in. People are believing in his story. A boy who grew up in South Africa used his entrepreneurial skills to get to Canada. He then came to the United States, started a company, built PayPal, sold it, invested his money, slept on his friend's couch. Now we have Tesla cars and everybody's like, amazing, but there's so much story behind an individual like that. We look at a team like the Oakland A's, a team that was struggling. A coach came in. He revolutionized not only the team through his mathematical way of analyzing players, but also the entire industry. There's a story behind that, and that motivates that. In moments of trial, when you're almost out of money at a company, when you're at a losing streak in a team, what motivates you? You have your story as well. Who were your parents, grandparents? What is your lineage like? How did you get to where you are right now? And we live it out. We believe it and we live it out. So the question is, what story have you lived out in the past year? What has guided you? Has it been a story that maybe is unimpressive, where you said to yourself, I am nobody, I'm an anonymous person. I serve in a place where nobody can see, or I'm an individual who doesn't really have any impact? Is it a story of everybody who came before me wasted their life, wasted their skills and opportunities? And what story do you live by? Do you live by the same thing you repeat to yourself? Everything that I do is worthless. Everything that I try, it doesn't become anything. It just ends up disappearing. And oftentimes we live a story that is destructive to our calling as believers. Moses, he believed he was the most humble man on earth. And it seems a little bit funny, but he achieved great things despite that self-assessment. He believed he was humble, but he led a people out of Egypt, out of slavery. Your story might be simple as well. It might be a simple idea, or it might be a simple thought. But through it, God can do great things. And as we come to the end of this year, as we're starting a new one, I want to encourage you to look at the story that you believe, the one that guides your life, and realize that it is your opportunity to change it. Your story is still open-ended, and you have the choice of writing the ending the way that God has motivated you to. God bless and take care.